Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Hazleton City Council is expected to present amendments to the 2020 budget proposal at tonight's meeting. Council's been looking for ways to reduce the proposed 5% property tax increase. Now, according to President Robert Gavio, Council is now looking into a 2.5 tax increase. Council cannot roll out a tax increase because it wants to follow the city's Act 47 financial recovery plan that was adopted back in June of 2018. Coordinators from the Pennsylvania Economy League would have to look over amendments presented by Council. Members of Hazleton City Council will discuss 3 budget ordinances at tonight's meeting, which was scheduled to begin at 5 p.m. at City Hall. New and re-elected Hazleton area school board members were sworn in at last night's meeting. District Judge James Dixon swore in Wister Uhas and Tony Bonomo. Judge Joseph Homenko swore in Robert Fume and Jackie Scarcella. Linda DeCosmo was named the new president of the Hazleton Area School Board by a unanimous vote from the board. She precedes Robert Fume, whom she accompanied while they visited schools around the district in order to develop plans. One of the plans includes a special education center in the ground floor of the Hazleton Area High School. The district also wants to relocate 9th grade students out of the high school to open up space for the special education center. Possible locations may include Maple Manor or the Early Learning Center. The Hazleton Area School Board meets again December 17th at 6 p.m. A dispute between a man and a woman led to child endangerment charges in Wilkes-Barre. Police were called to the Sherman Hills apartment complex Monday for a report of a fight involving 25-year-old Khadijah J. Davis and Jawan Karudi. Davis allegedly accused Cerruti of cheating on her and struck him in the head and face several times while he was holding a baby in his arms. He tried using his body to protect the baby during the assault. Video surveillance also showed Davis violently yanking the baby from Cerruti and dragging the infant across the floor. Davis was charged with child endangerment, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and harassment. She was arraigned and released on $15,000 unsecured bail. Fire crews responded to a report of an electrical fire in Ashland Tuesday evening. The incident happened shortly before 6:30 at 1905 Market Street. The electrical fire involved an outlet that spread through a wall. Firefighters were able to extinguish the fire within 20 minutes of arriving on scene. Members of the Ashland Fire Department were assisted by the Washington Fire Department, American Hose Company, and Washington Ambulance. There were no reports of any injuries at that Tuesday night fire in Schuylkill County. Staying in Schuylkill County, a woman faces DUI charges after an incident at a local mini-mart in McAdoo. Police were called to Fegley's Mini-Mart last month for a report of a possible DUI. There, they found 25-year-old Bonnie McDermott of Claire's inside the store. A witness said she pulled into the parking lot and almost struck a barrier, then stumbled out of her vehicle. McDermott allegedly had red, glossy eyes and smelled of alcohol. Her blood alcohol level was said to be at 0.092%. Amphetamines and meth were also found in her system. Luzerne County Council approved 2 long-planned major projects Tuesday night: their County 911 communication system upgrade and the purchase of a new paper trail voting system. Council approved County Manager David Pedri's recommended vendors for both projects, which have been debated for months. The $24.7 million contract for the 911 system digital upgrade calls for Motorola to install the communication equipment and provide 20 years of maintenance and support. The $3.62 million contract with Dominion Voting Systems includes 5 years of support and maintenance for the secure voting system, which will have a voter verifiable paper trail for added security in place for the April 2020 primary. The family of a Berwick man who died at Luzerne County Prison filed suit Tuesday, alleging correctional officers violated his civil rights during a chaotic and out-of-control situation. 41-year-old Shaheen Mackey died June 8th of last year in Wilkes-Barre General Hospital. According to the complaint, this was 2 days after being restrained and brutalized by correctional officers, failing to recognize him having a seizure. It stated officers and medical personnel strapped Mackey to a restraint chair, drained the batteries on multiple tasers, and gave him multiple doses of Narcan, although tests later showed he wasn't on any drugs. According to the complaint, Mackey had epilepsy and suffered from seizures, and employees failed to properly document Mackey's medical conditions and instead forged his intake paperwork. The suit seeks unspecified damage to be determined at trial. The Pennsylvania State Police released its 2019 Thanksgiving holiday crash report. The holiday driving period ran from November 27th through December 1st and involved over 1,100 crashes. 73 of the incidents investigated by troopers involved alcohol, and 247 people were injured. State Police made over 729 DUI arrests over the long holiday weekend. Troopers issued over 14,000 speeding citations and 205 citations to motorists who didn't have children secured properly in safety seats. The statistics only cover incidents investigated by the Pennsylvania State Police and do not include statistics reported from other law enforcement agencies across the state. Coming up on Wyln News, Tamaqua will be seeing some new money, more than $500,000 that is, plus a new partnership emerges with the local brewery for bald eagles. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Well, tomorrow looks partly cloudy with a high of 34 and a low of 25. Then snow showers appear in our future on Friday, high of 40 and a low of 21. But partly cloudy for the weekend. We'll be right back.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. They don't claim to be the largest dealer, just the lowest prices. Stop in for Employee Pricing Plus on all select vehicles at the Big Finish 2019.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
A sense of self-worth, of purpose after war. It can be found by having the courage to learn new things and experience new adventures. We develop confidence through accomplishment. If you're a combat veteran struggling with the scars of war, consider getting into the outdoors. The outdoors has really helped me cope, and it just might help you too. Get out of the house, experience life and the healing power of nature.
Watch Staff Sergeant Olson heal the wounds of war through outdoor activities. Watch Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Tamaqua will receive more than $500,000 from its participation in the City Revitalization and Improvement Zone program. Officials announced the borough would receive just over $571,000 to reinvest in the community. Tamaqua is the only borough in the program, which is administered by the State Departments of Revenue, Community and Economic Development, and the Governor's Budget Office. CRIT's funding can be used for debt service, property acquisition, new construction, and other zone-related development project costs. It's used to revive downtown areas for both new businesses and existing business expansions. The goal is to attract development, improve underutilized real estate, and create jobs. The Salvation Army is going high-tech this holiday season in an effort to boost fundraising. So instead of digging through your pockets for loose change, donations can be made on your smartphone using Apple Pay or Google Pay. Red Kettle campaign donations help local families in many ways, including heat assistance, clothing, and food. The kettles have been set up at several locations since November 15th, including Price Chopper, Big Lots, Hobby Lobby, JCPenney, Boscov's, and the Viewmont Mall. Locations have been collecting Red Kettle campaign donations since Black Friday, and the program runs through Christmas Eve. Can Do has a new website aimed at not only being more user-friendly, but for mobile users as well. Can-Do staff has recently incorporated the latest technology into the new website. It was explained at their last board meeting that they've incorporated their Google Analytics into making their new website easier and more informational to navigate through. On the new website, you'll be able to see everything about Can-Do, from who they are and what they do to each section of development that they cover. That website is hazeltoncando.com. An area brewery is partnering with a leading nonprofit organization to educate the public on the bald eagle. DG Yingling & Son in Pottsville announced Monday that it'll partner with the American Eagle Foundation. The organization has breeding and rehabilitation programs that have helped hundreds of bald eagles by caring for and releasing them into the wild. Partnering with Yingling will allow the AEF to advance their mission of education, conservation, and rehabilitation of the bald eagle, which is the national symbol. It will also help host an eaglet release program in honor of fallen service members next year. Yingling invites its fans to watch new eaglets, Samson and Gabrielle, nest and grow by visiting the AEF's Northeast Florida Bald Eagle Nest Cam. Coming up on Nescapec's News Choice, it's flu season, and we'll be getting into the details on this Wellness Wednesday in Community and You. Plus, we've got some tickets to give away. Stay with us.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. Now contracting life-sharing and respite providers, CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
There are 125 used car dealers in town, but there's only one Churras. Quality vehicles since 1954. Voted the best used car dealer. Check out their inventory, see something you like, take a test ride. Churras Auto Sales. Call 570-454-7229.
Your friends at A&A Pizza in Beaver Meadows send you greetings of the season and much happiness in the year ahead.
Come see us at C&D Seafood for all your seafood needs this holiday season and throughout the new year. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the C&D Seafood family.
Having an intimate gathering and don't want to wrestle in the kitchen? Call Whitetail and ask about their food-to-go catering menu. They'll do the cooking, you relax and entertain your guests. Call Mike at 570-535-6123.
Wyln has strong ties to the community and it's committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hands Society telethons. Wyln's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazelton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants Despair Hill Climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. Wyln, we're your local network.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. It's Wednesday, which means it's Wellness Wednesday, thanks to our friends at Lehigh Valley Health Network. And today we're on location at Lehigh Valley Hospital here in Hazleton with Dr. Jeff Kuklinski, who specializes in emergency medicine. And today we are here to discuss the flu. Now, Jeff, let's see, what are some telltale signs that you're about to get the flu?
Well, typically we see the fever, the cough, the runny nose, congestion, sometimes some sore throat. Occasionally you'll see some diarrhea or some vomiting, typical head stuff, chest kind of symptoms.
Now, I know that flu season is a lot longer than people might think it is. They might think it's just around the winter time. You know, how long is flu season really?
Well, typically flu season is several months. We started seeing flu probably in early November and probably will last through February, if not even March.
Now, the flu is so easy to catch. You know, someone sneezes and they touch something, someone else touches that something, you're about to get the flu. You know, what are some preventatives that people can take to avoid getting the flu?
Well, I think the biggest thing right off the bat is good hand washing. You know, if you wash your hands and wash the surfaces that you're, touching or in exposure to, that's a huge thing to kind of decrease your spread. If you have someone that is sick, obviously washing down things that you have, not sharing utensils, plates, etc. Anything that you can avoid that droplet contact.
And speaking of preventatives, you know, a lot of people are getting their flu shots and they might still be getting the flu. You know, what might be some of the reasons for that?
Sure, the flu shot is extremely effective, but it's not 100%. Some years it's better than others, and we try to take the flu from various years and develop a vaccine essentially to prior year's flu. The problem is the virus mutates, and so when it mutates, and depending on how much it mutates, is whether the flu shot can actually be effective or not. Very important to still get, but it isn't 100%. We still do recommend, especially populations that are high risk, but not 100%. It does mutate, and we can't, you know, obviously create a vaccine that's something that we haven't seen yet using past year's vaccine. So that's why sometimes it's not as effective as others.
Now you said populations that are more at high risk. You know, who are some of those in the population that might be at high risk for getting the flu?
Sure, very young, as well as our elderly, pregnant patients, all are at higher risks. Patients that have chronic lung disease, such as asthma or emphysema, cardiac disease, all of those patients are at much higher risk.
Now, you take all these preventative measures and, oh no, you've got the flu. You know, what do you do now? What are some of the steps that you take from here?
Well, for a person that's relatively healthy, not with chronic disease, it's really supportive care. It's Tylenol, it's Motrin, it's drink your fluids, make sure you're eating, lots of rest. Those that are have chronic illness, you know, are young, are elderly, are pregnant patients, there are medications out there that can help decrease the symptoms a little bit, such as Tamiflu. There are several others out there, but most of those need to be started within 48 hours. So for the relatively healthy person, it's just a lot of TLC. It's Tylenol, Motrin, fluids, and this too shall pass.
Now, along the lines of this too shall pass, how long does the flu last? And if it lasts longer than a certain time, you know, what steps should folks be taking to make sure that it's not something more serious?
Yeah, I mean, the flu can last, the fever itself can last 5-6 days. The cough can last for a couple weeks, and some of the congestion and all. If it's lasting, you know, more than 6 days, fever, you're having worsening cough, shortness of breath, there's things that we need to be evaluated for, such as with a chest x-ray or blood work to make sure you don't have a pneumonia that developed on top of. So if the symptoms are lasting longer than 5 or 6 days with fever and cough, you know, this is when you need to be checked out.
Now, is there anything else that you want to add, you know, to really hit the viewers at home that you want to stress about, you know, flu season, the flu, how to cure it, how to avoid getting it?
Yeah, good hand washing, you know, good cough etiquette, not coughing in your hands, but coughing in your elbow, as opposed to, you know, not covering your mouth at all when you cough. That's probably the biggest, you know, decrease in spread, and good hand washing. And if you're around someone sick, you know, be careful. It's very contagious.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you for joining us today. Well, that's it for us here on Wellness Wednesday. And remember, if you do have your symptoms, please call your doctor. And also at Lehigh Valley Hospital, remember, they also have Express Care on Broad Street, and you can contact them at 570-501-4LVH, and you'll be able to talk to a primary care professional and make sure that it's not something serious. Thank you for joining us so much here on Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Happy holidays to all my friends and customers. Best wishes for peace and joy, and best wishes for the new year. From Barbush Automotive and BLB Auto Sales.
To all their family, friends, and customers, have a very Merry Christmas and a healthy New Year from Catazone Barbershop in Shenandoah.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we'll be featuring on our show. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo and his co-host Alan Giannetti welcome you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good food. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
Can Do Community Christmas is celebrating the sounds of the season this evening. Downtown Hazleton will come alive with the sounds of the season with the Can Do Student Action Committee as it hosts its 27th annual Can Do Community Christmas tonight. Can Do Christmas began at 5:30 at Christ Lutheran Church at the corner of Church and Green Streets in Hazleton. The public's invited to attend this free event, which features a night of musical entertainment by various instrumental and choral groups from schools throughout Greater Hazleton. Children can make their Christmas lists at the Letters to Santa table and talk with the one and only Santa Claus when he makes his special appearance at the end of the evening. Can Do Student Action Committee members will be on hand to greet attendees, serve refreshments, and help children craft their letters to Santa. And with Christmas only 3 weeks away, the public is invited to attend Luzerne County's Christmas tree lighting tomorrow night. It'll be happening at 6 p.m. in the County Courthouse Rotunda on North River Street in Wilkes-Barre, Thursday. Several musical and theatrical groups will perform, including Dave Versavage, Jessica Starcher, Kiss Theater, and the Dallas Middle School Select Chorus. Light refreshments will be served, and according to county officials, a special guest from the North Pole will stop by for a visit. The event is free and open to the public. The Hazleton Masonic Lodge is sponsoring a show at the Hazleton Area High School, and they're giving away free tickets. Hope Christmas, a night of harmony and humor to celebrate the holidays, is coming up this Friday, December 6th. Doors open at 6 in the Hazleton Area High School auditorium for the 7 p.m. start time. The night will feature M3 Worship Band, comedian Scott Davis, and introduce Rodi Inestroza, and you have the chance to win free tickets. All you have to do is call 570-459-1869 extension 1172 and leave your name, number, and where you're from. But you only have until tomorrow. Winners can pick up their tickets over at Builders Direct, 1601 West 23rd Street in Hazel Township. So call now and good luck. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our Wyln News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln TV.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. They don't claim to be the largest dealer, just the lowest prices. Stop in for Employee Pricing Plus on all select vehicles at the Big Finish 2019. Bonanza Steakhouse wants to thank all their customers. Happy holidays, and have a healthy and prosperous New Year from Bonanza Steakhouse. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season filled with many happy moments from Fritzingertown Senior Living Community in Drums. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.